What's up, guys? It's Jason with MP3D, and today, well, unfortunately, today's just a little bit of a different video, but I feel like I need to be responsible to my audience, to the people that watch my channel. So I'm just going to be real with you guys and talk some serious stuff. Let's go. So I really don't even know where to start, honestly. If you've been following my channel, I've really not been putting anything on there, and honestly, I've just, like a lot of YouTubers right now, I just feel a little lost. I don't know. It's just it's a different feel, and I'm trying to find the motivation to do videos, and I'm trying to find the motivation to do content. But for a lot of you guys, you know that I'm an educator. And so that's a major part of my life, even though I'm a photographer and a YouTuber and things like that. But being an educator is a huge part of my identity. And, well, you know, it's been tough, you know, with this COVID-19, the coronavirus taking over the nation. It's kind of put everybody in a lockdown. And, you know, I kind of want to kind of give you my 2 cents on everything. Not that I'm an expert or anything like that, but maybe something I say can help somebody that's maybe going through the same thing that I'm going through. Then I feel like I kind of need to do that, and I think it's my responsibility to kind of do that for the people that watch my channel. So anyway, I've just had a hard time trying to figure out what type of content to do, because it kind of feels wrong to do silly and goofy content on my channel. And a lot of people are suffering and they're stuck inside, but at the same time, I know this is exactly kind of what a lot of people need. They need to know that other people are going through the same situations. So I'm an educator, and for the last almost 3 weeks now, this will be 3 weeks that we've been in total lockdown. It's been really crazy. Has it been 3 weeks, or has it been 2? It really feels like forever. But anyway, we've been out of school. They canceled schools here where I am, and honestly, it was kind of, they were, you know, saying, hey, they kept extending the deadline, how much longer we were going to be out, and you know, and I really love what I do, and yeah, we all love our breaks, we all love a snow day, we all love our weekends, but I don't know, this is just different. This is not the same. It's almost like you can't, it's hard to enjoy something when other people you know are suffering. So anyway, in my little town, I don't want to say small, but in my town, it's impacted us greatly, because you know, most of the community here are educators. You know, we have a lot of people that build and things like that, but most of the community here consists of educators, because where we live, a lot of the jobs, basically they commute into the city and other places and surrounding areas. So we kind of are like a little suburb of my city. So a lot of people live here and commute there, but their children go to school here. So it's been tough. And you know, not understanding all these things as an educator, you know, you just kind of be clear with you. We go through flu season. We know how flu season works. You know, we do fist bumps, and I don't even do that. My kids, because I'm a PE teacher, you know, we do elbows, and my kids will tell you, you know, it's kind of funny, because I always say, hey, give me elbows, it's flu season. But, you know, I guess now, with all of this going around, it started getting even harder, because my kids know me. They always come up and they either give me half hugs, or they're always fist bumping, high fiving, or because we're in PE, a lot of times they'll say, hey, coach, can you hold my cell phone, and things like that. And it started getting to where the more and more of this situation with COVID-19 was coming out, kids were trying to hand me cell phones, and I was like, hey, I can't hold your cell phone. That's probably the most disgusting thing that you have on your person. But I started getting to where I didn't want to hold people's items, because of just out of fear, you know, and we don't understand how a lot of this stuff works. But I do have to commend our state and the people that are in charge of making decisions for our students, and making the decision to go ahead and let the kids stay home and things like that. And we've been doing what's called digital learning for a lot of you guys. It's online learning, which has kind of actually been a good thing, because I think a lot of us have figured out that in the case of emergencies or snow days in the future, we're going to be fine. We could do a snow day and it's no big deal, and kids can still be in school and we don't have to make those days up. But no one envisioned what's going on. So now over time, that extension of days off, and we're not going back to school, and then finally they just made an executive decision that we're done for the year. And so I don't know, it was really weird. We're not finished. I mean, we're still doing digital learning and things like that, but it's just really weird, because there were a lot of kids that I've just grown very fond of that are in the 8th grade, and they're going to high school. And a lot of these kids, I hope they'll come see me after this, but it made it for a really weird situation. So there we have it. Now it's 5 days a week of digital learning, and basically, we have to have office hours and things like that. So I don't know, with all that stuff going on, I think it's just an uneasiness. And with me being a photographer, I do real estate photography. So a lot of agents reach out to me, and with this stay-at-home stuff, a lot of people have been trying to rush to get pictures of homes, because believe it or not, through all this stuff, people are still buying homes and people still want pictures done. Every time I've gone out to shoot a house, it's been a difficult decision, because I have had to say, hey, I can only obviously have to do it after school hours, and then also have to arrange to where I'm not maybe inside someone's house who's been sick, or that I'm not going to do it inside a house and only outside and only aerial views and things like that. But I don't know, it's put a literally really weird vibe for me personally. I'm a very positive person. Those of you who know me, I'm very positive and things, but it's impacted me quite a bit with, because I see so many people around me that are kind of getting that ran down, kind of depressed thing. And so I'm always lighthearted in everything that I do. And even in our Zoom meetings with kids and with our staff, I put on my Marvel helmets and things like that just to lighten the mood. And it's, I figure if people can point and laugh at me a little bit, maybe they're not pointing and laughing or depressed in the situation that they have. And obviously, these are not the type of videos that I like to do, but I think I have a responsibility to my fan base, if you can. It's really weird to call it a fan base, for my followers to see that I'm taking this serious and that I'm staying home and we're locked in. And it's really crazy, but we joke around a lot about not being able to find some of the things that we've been looking for, and we've had to change the way we shop, change the way we buy. And I mean, I don't know if you guys can, but I can't find toilet paper, paper towels, Clorox wipes. I mean, those are commodities. And what's really garbage about all this, and one thing that I want to say is I think it's really disgusting, honestly, to see people trying to make money on this, and maybe taking advantage of a situation like buying protective equipment for nurses and doctors, or hoarding up Clorox wipes and toilet paper and meat and stuff like that. And there's so many cases you read of that, and I just think it's really disgusting. And so I don't know, maybe, I can say to the people that follow me, if you're one of those people, you need to stop. I mean, the grocery stores, the things that we have every day, those things are there. I mean, unfortunately for those people, and fortunately for those people, and fortunately for us, fortunately for us, those people are still going to work, and they're still providing this service for us so we can maintain and stay quarantined, but they're not. So we need to do our best. And for my people, my kids, and people that watch my channel, you do need to stay home. You need to figure out better ways to get the things that you need, but you don't need to be hoarding things up. And I think it's just disgusting, like I said, that there's people out there trying to take advantage of people and marking up all of these things and trying to make money on eBay. And kudos to Amazon and eBay for catching some of those people and shutting those things down. But I still see things. It's almost like when you have the gas crisis years back, people were taking advantage of people and selling gas at a ridiculous rate, which I think is just garbage. But anyway, for those people that follow my channel, I just want to reach out to you and tell you that I appreciate you following my channel, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me through this tough time. I do want to put content out while I do have this extra time, that I do have people that are kind of locked in and looking for things to enjoy. So I do want to do content, but I felt like I needed to make this video. I had to make this video for everybody to kind of that follow me, to maybe see something on here or hear something on here that maybe they hadn't thought about. But the best way we can help the people that we love, the best way that we can help those people that are in the first responders and people that are out there in the medical field, is for us to stay home so we don't get sick, so we don't transfer it to someone else. I mean, I'd like to think that I'm a pretty healthy person, you know. I would like to think that I've taken really good care of myself. But again, you know, the more that I go out, the more I expose myself to other people that may or may not have something and have no signs of it. I could bring it back to my home. And my son does have asthma, and this is something that could affect him. And we've had to have a heart-to-heart talk about the things that he does. He's, you know, not to put his stuff out there and throw shade on him, but he's a fingernail biter. I'm sure a lot of you guys that are fingernail biters and eye wipers and face touchers and things like that, you know, even the people out here that love the Dr. Pimple Popper, you know, you got to think about your hands and think about what you touch. But, you know, I've had to get on to my wife and my son about eating things and licking their fingers and things while they're eating, like gummy bears and stuff like that, or Sour Patch, or just chips and things that we normally don't think about. Keep your hands out of your mouth, and it's so difficult. I mean, we were eating pizza the other night, and I caught myself about to put my finger in my mouth to lick the sauce off my hand. And so, you know, I've had to have these heart-to-heart talks with my family about, hey, we got to be super careful. And it's not just so much for us, it's for all of our friends and family, and we've locked it down. I mean, you know, I have a podcast, and we do it remotely. You know, my buddies, they call in and we do it from phone, and that's made it difficult. But we've said, you know, we can't sit in a room with one another, and we don't know who each one of us has possibly been around. A buddy of mine that's on my podcast, he actually works every day, and so he's exposed to people in the office, and we just said, hey, let's not have any risks. And then, you know, just this week, he was like, hey, one of the guys that I work with, I think one of his friends or whatever that he had been around, you know, a week prior to that had actually tested positive. And so we're thinking, you know, hey, we're just dodging bullets at this point if we keep pushing it. So we had locked it down well before that. And so I don't know. It's just, like I said, you got to be very careful. You know, I've even told my family that if we do have to go out for any reason, you know, because of my 3D printing, I did have some N95 masks, not that many. I just had 3 in here that I had for myself for personal use. So when I'm using and I'm printing things in PLA and resin, that it's just the fumes from that, I had those. And I said, hey, I was lucky I had 3 of those, and I've got 3 people in my house that if we go out, we're wearing those. And even if they say it's maybe not preventable for us people, for those of us that are not sick, I just feel like maybe you're wearing something over my face, if I possibly have it, and I don't know that I do, but if I did have it, I'm not transmitting it to anybody else. And so when we come in, you know, it's a major wash down. You know, I tell my family, we kind of almost set alarms on our phones to go and wash our hands because of the things when we do calling groceries or anything. And now we order our groceries and have them delivered through Instacart, which is huge. So if you guys are at home and you're watching this and your mom and dad don't know that, you know, Kroger and a lot of these places like CVS, they do Instacart. You can have it delivered. Now, you know, you have to put a tip on there and you have to pay for the service, but that's a way that you can keep yourself from being out. Now, when you get it in, obviously you want to, you know, the things that everybody touches, they could be exposed. You want to maybe wipe down everything after you've brought it in and then take that time. But again, you know, a lot of times, like myself, we're out of Clorox wipes and we can't find them anywhere. So we just tell everybody as soon as they get something out of a box, you know, before you start eating, wash your hands and things like that. And, you know, we've been trying to do really good about doing that. So I don't know. This is a big lesson I think a lot of us are going to learn after this, is that in order to keep safe through flu season and through this COVID-19 pandemic. And it sounds so crazy because, I'm a huge movie watcher, and I hate to say it, but I've gone back and watched all these movies that used to scare me to death, and just to kind of remind me how serious some of this stuff could really be. But there's just a lot of things that we can do to prevent this, and one of the big things is staying home. So I commend our president, no matter what your beliefs are about him, but I commend him. I commend all of the officials. Even if they say it's late or too soon, too late, whatever, it doesn't matter. A decision had to be made, and I still commend those people, these health workers and people, for making these hard decisions that are not easy for our economy. I commend them for making those hard decisions. Even if they're late or early, it doesn't matter to me. Those decisions are being made. But for those of you guys out there that are watching, I know it's tough. I know it's stressful. We are going to get through this, and we're going to come out on the other side of this, but we do have to be careful. We have to watch out for those people that are risking their lives every day for us. I've got a lot of friends of mine that are in the medical field, and things that they tell me is the best thing you can do for us is stay home, because if you get out and you get sick and we don't have room for you, you're going to have to make it on your own. And my wife has a grandmother who's 97, who's been in lockdown now, complete quarantine lockdown in her assisted living home. My wife's parents are both 70 years old. My mother, who has COPD, who lives in Tennessee, who is, I worry about, but I can't go to her, and I can't bring her here and risk anything possibly happening to them or go to them and visit. So, even though we were like, hey, maybe we could pack up, go see them and all this stuff, but that's just a risk that we don't need to put on them. We don't need to put it on ourselves. So it's a really tough time. But I think you need to make tough decisions. You need to be smart. And for those people that are younger that are watching my channel, you don't need to be hanging out at your friends' houses and stuff. Even if you're bored, find something to do. Start your own YouTube channel. Draw, color, watch movies, exercise, all these things. These are things for the next 4 months now that school's completely out for us, except for, maybe digital learning and stuff that we're going to be doing. I mean, I'm going to have 4 months before school starts back for me. I have my photography, I have my YouTube channel, I have my 3D printing and all of that, but I've got a lot of stuff to keep me busy. But at the same time, you can be productive besides maybe going and hanging out at a friend's house and potentially getting sick yourself, or bringing something back from your house that someone else possibly has. And I hate to sound like it's like the boogeyman or cooties, but this is a killer, and it's nothing like we've ever seen before. So we do have to be serious and don't goof around and act like it's no big deal. I mean, I love TikTok, and I have a TikTok if you guys want to subscribe to me or follow me on there. But I mean, I like to joke around about things and stuff, but really and truly, this is a very serious situation. It's okay to laugh through it. It's okay to kind of have humor through it, because honestly, how do we do it otherwise? How do we get through it? But anyway, I just want to come in here on my channel. I don't want to spend too much time on this other than to come on here and let you guys know that I am locked down for the next 4 months. And I'm going to be ordering my groceries online and having them brought to my home. And hopefully we don't run out of toilet paper, and hopefully, things will kind of calm down. But, not to sound cliche, but if we don't do the hard things now, it's going to be much tougher in the long run. So for those of you out there that are watching my channel that have lost your jobs, or maybe you're in the process of thinking you may lose your job, I'm praying for you. And for those of you that are worried that, you may get sick, I don't want you to live like that, but I want you to live being careful. So be smart, make good decisions for yourself. Don't think that you're invincible, and that's what a lot of people do. They just think this won't touch them. This is someone else's thing. It could be you. It could be the mail you get. It could be anything you get, an Amazon box. Someone could have touched it. So be smart. Wash yourself down. And if you go out in public for right now, as bad as this may seem, you need to cover your mouth up, possibly. just to be safe. I mean, what does it matter if you look a little silly when you're out? I mean, it could be potentially, if you're carrying it and you didn't even know you had it, you could potentially spread it to someone else. Just talking and stuff comes out of your mouth. Who knows? So be smart about it. I know I am, and I don't care if anybody thinks I look goofy or not. I'm going to wear a mask, and I don't know about wearing the rubber gloves because I wash my hands so much, but that may be the next step. But I just also limit how much I go out. So be smart. Stay home. Go back through and rewatch all my videos. Watch all of your favorite YouTubers' videos. Find some new YouTube people that you enjoy. But, find some things to do and hang out with your family. That is the thing that I would prescribe to so many people. And my son and my wife, we were talking about it. We need to hang out with one another. This is a time we can take advantage of and really slow things down and just enjoy one another. So, before I go, I just want to say a prayer for everybody. I pray that you're safe. I pray that you make it through this. I pray that no matter your belief system, that you know that there's a bigger purpose for yourself, for our planet, and that it's going to be okay. But with knowledge, no matter what your beliefs are, with knowledge that you can prevent things from happening if you do your part, I pray that you do the right things. And we come out on the other side of this better for it. And if nothing else, we've learned that there are things we can do to prevent things like this and be honest. A lot of lies and a lot of things have been perpetrated through this entire situation, and I think a lot of times the more you tell lies or hold things back, the more people get hurt. So no matter who you are, young, old, powerful, not powerful, we all need to make it through this. And if you can help other people through this, please do that. I know with my 3D channel, I reached out to a few people and asked if they needed protective shield masks and things like that I could possibly 3D print, and they could get the shields for them. So I pray that you're kind. I pray that you are sensible. I pray that you are doing all the things you can to keep your family safe. And in these times, please try to find those moments where you're happy. So I don't want to have to make another bad video like this. It's a serious one, but it's a serious time in our country, and I felt stupid making a goofy video and before I made one about this, because I want y'all to know that I understand that we're in a serious time right now, but I am going to try to bring content on my channel that's funny and can maybe give you guys a little bit of a break from all this negative stuff. So I love all you guys. And if you don't subscribe to me or follow me, that's fine. I appreciate you watching this video as long as you have, or if you fast forwarded through it, that's fine too. But if you wouldn't mind to like it, subscribe to me, hit the notifications, the post notifications, and let me know in the comments what you're doing maybe during this quarantine and how you're getting through it. And maybe our community can kind of get together and talk about some stuff. Anyway, love you guys, and I'll be out with some content for you guys really soon. Peace.